Morning, y'all. I'm just getting ready to fucking head out. I don't know if I want to wear my, I'll just put my old fucking get here. But I'm about to go, get a coffee this morning. It's fairly nice out. Oh, fuck, I did it again. Carry, got my pants, yeah, throw this all in here. No, I fucking forgot to do this last time. Shit's going on. Not trying to do an EDC dump or nothing like that, but got a couple extra mags in there. I don't know why, but I bought this fucking slingshot, my chopsticks, in case I want to stop somewhere to eat and have some utensils. Usually I get Panda Express or some shit pretty often. It's fairly healthy, it's fairly cheap. So I think it sucks about having long hair. Honestly, I'm just growing it out while I still can, I think. Might as well, right? But yeah, I hate to say this shit because I do follow a lot of these channels and I don't want to fucking tell these people they're wasting their fucking times, but with a lot of these gun laws, like I'm starting to realize too, with ever since Bruin went through, I'm not understanding how things have actually gotten worse. Like, how are you able to ban an entire gun company? I mean, I guess they were making a case that Glock was making their shit. They weren't making their shit full auto. It's just these full auto series have been out for a long time. They managed to finally. I call it just infringing as much as humanly possible. They'll do whatever they can get away with. It's already clear. I just figured might as well let y'all know. But yeah, this is basically my setup for when I go out. The nice thing is that it holds a 22 round magazine. I got one extra 22 round magazine and then two 17 round magazines. So, can't say I'm not prepared at all. I like freedom seats. The thing that sucks though is there's a gun range right next to my spot over here. And, yeah, I can't go there, and I can't train at the moment. Oh. But, about to go get a coffee. I might start doing that more often, too. Start bringing some shadow boxing videos. So I can listen to my music. Oh, I'm I don't know about. I whine and bitch about this stuff all the time, but yeah, we definitely have a 2 or 3 tiered justice system, maybe even 4 actually. A lot of these politicians are kind of just breaking the law willy-nilly, and yeah, we don't arrest anybody for stolen valor, none of that shit. I mean, this thing with Tim Walz is that stolen valor is a felony. It's carries up to 5 years in prison, and he's definitely guilty of it. Never deployed, not once. Never went on a combat deployment, so he was never part of an Operation Enduring Freedom, which he claimed he was a part of to one reporter. And these things are easily verifiable. You can go on his old DD-214, be like, yeah, you didn't graduate, you didn't retire as a sergeant major either, you retired as a master sergeant. You were an acting sergeant major, you were getting groomed for that position, you would have assumed that position on this deployment you would have gotten into had you stayed in and taken and actually finished the sergeant major school and officially gotten that rank. And then that's another thing too, is that he quit at a time that was pivotal for him. Had he actually stayed in as a sergeant major, did his deployment, came back, he would have been fine. He was a fucking pogue anyways. He wasn't a grunt. It's not like combat arms really. And then he was also just a sergeant major, so all you're gonna do is running around making sure people's fucking uniforms are straight and fucking getting on people's asses if they're going over the speed limit on post or some shit. I don't fucking know. Sergeant majors really don't do much. So he would have a much different life right now. Not to say that he's not successful, because he is a governor. He's a terrible governor. I'm embarrassed to say I'm from Minnesota because of this fucking guy, practically. But I haven't been in Minnesota for a minute. Of course, I dragged my shit up. That's what you get for not paying attention, huh? Alright, let's put that back. Recording like a ridiculous video now. Yeah, selling my shit on fucking Facebook is a fucking pain in the ass. I'm glad I'm not selling it anyways. My one wheel. I basically posted it for $1, and then on the article itself, like describing the thing, is like it's a $3,500 setup. The board, I believe, is what, like $29.50 now. The Rally Edition is like an extra $3 something, so it's like $32.50. And then you add a $280 fucking hypercharger in there, the fucking $110 fucking splash guard, and some. I actually rounded it down. It's actually over $3,600. If you were to go on the Future Motions website right now, buy all this whole fucking setup brand new, it'd be like 36 something and change before you even get taxed. So you're looking at close to $4,000. And so these fucking idiots, they don't read. They lose their mind when you fucking put this shit up for $1 and write that it's a $3,500 setup. But obviously you're not asking for a brand new sticker price. Common sense would dictate that. Now, common sense is not overly abundant in California or California, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, I think they need to vote to split this bitch in two. Because it's in their constitution anyways. Everybody wants to talk about fucking constitutions around here. My problem with the Democrat Party is that it is just a shall be infringed party. They're narcissists. They don't believe in boundaries, like borders. They don't even really believe in laws. They can change a law. I mean, that's another thing too, or get rid of a law or make another law. That's another problem I have with all these fucking like people who are obsessed with law abiding. Law abiding just means that you're going to follow tyranny to a T. That's what I look at as law abiding. You've never gone a few over the speed limit. You've never fucking done this, that, and the third. You're above it all. I don't want to hear that shit. The average person goes 11 miles an hour over the speed limit. I try to keep it around 9 if I'm on the highway. It's also because if you go 10 or 11 over, you go up a tier as far as speeding. And so it's best to just stay under that. Still making good time going 8 or 9 over on the highway. And you're probably not going to get pulled over. And you can always just let off the gas and automatically slow down if you see a cop coming or anything crazy like that. And that's how most people live their lives. Not everybody wants to live their, like, bootlick and live their lives according to how cops are. And, you know, I've seen so many goddamn videos of cops driving drunk, doing shit they're not supposed to be fucking doing with people, lying, making up shit. Like, if you lie to a cop, it's bad juju. But if they lie and make up, like, if they actually falsify a police report, all this other stuff, you very rarely ever hear about it or see it getting taken care of. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a 2 or 3 tier or 4, even a 4-tier justice system. And it's not like I want to see everybody go down, but if you're going to go down, I want people to go down for stupid shit. Like, I think that you should be fucking held criminally negligent if you're fucking even getting chubby as a police officer. I don't understand why they don't, like, it's just not like the military at all. Like, do they just not do any PT together ever? Like, I don't understand these folks. I think my theory is true too. I think it's most of them, they probably would have rather been in the military so they could get that. But, like, why join the military when you can fucking screw over fucking Army folks? I mean, how many fucking veterans a year get fucked in California just for the bad gun laws? I guarantee you it's a lot. I knew people who were active duty who would literally have to sell off shit that they fucking bought, wanted to keep, would not have gotten rid of under any other circumstance, but they're so worried about their military career and understanding that, like, our state and local governments do not give a fuck about the military and will charge you just like you're a fucking civilian, because we don't really give a shit about the military in this country. I wish that people would stop saying thank you for your service. I bring it up, but, it's because it was a huge chunk of my life. I mean, even at this point, like 9 years and I'm 40, that's still like a quarter of my life. And then the first 18 years of your life, you're just spending growing up. So basically, you're almost half your adult life, at least, we're in the military. So it's going to be a part of your, like, you're going to bring it up and stuff. But also, I'm going to bring it up because it's like, what did we actually fight for? What did we actually get in return? And people just think that this is good enough. And I disagree. I think people should be fully fledged, free, and have all their rights. The funniest part about the Democrat Party, or the Demon Rat Party, whatever you want to call them, is that they also are the party of censorship. Like, they were trying to make fucking hate speech laws, just like Canada, just like the UK. Like, Western culture has gone to shit. We've turned into a bunch of soft pussies. But you know what the funny thing is about pussies? Is that they actually tend to be the biggest bullies on the planet. They use the institutions. They fucking gang up on people because they feel safety in numbers. And also with all this institutional structures around them. Like, I mean, it's super easy to want to take people's guns away when you have Capitol Police swarming the whole fucking area when you go to work. Some of you might actually have fucking Secret Service detail fucking following you and shadowing your every move. And, some of these people are well enough off to actually hire a fucking security guard. And, I don't know, I'd hire professional security that's actually in shape and not fucking
fucking around. And honestly, if I ever started my own security company, I would have requirements of my customers, like they have to go through a course to sort of assess their fitness level, because if we need to get the fuck out of there and move, I need to make sure that you're not going to have a goddamn heart attack if we got to fucking move, because I have to move at your pace. I don't think a lot of security companies are all that smart. I mean, fucking A, my buddy had a security company, and his whole thing was making sure that no one was ever armed. He even had it in his contract too at one point. I think I read something about like making sure that you're not carrying a concealed firearm on your person while you're, I was like, dude, I'm doing DoorDash. The second time around I came over there, I was like, dude, DoorDash. If I'm making 20, 30, 40 bucks an hour sometimes doing that, why the fuck would I fucking make $14 an hour for one of my Army buddies who's probably making like 50 bucks off my ass for every hour I work? No, fuck that, dude. I think my whole thing with the military now and the way America has gone is that we really don't give a shit about our fellow military personnel or veterans or anything else. Like, my whole thing is I felt like I just got treated like a creepy stranger when I was there. And that's what pisses me off, because it's like, I feel like I'm the furthest thing from that. I actually feel like I'm a rather protected person. That's the problem with being like a fucking a former bleeding heart too, is like you have those tendencies to want to, like, it's an ego thing. Like, you think that you can fucking save the world, or you need to do something if something's bad happening. And that's not a bad instinct to have, but you have to have that for what's going on around you, not just fucking whenever you feel like it. When you see some shit on TV or whatever, that's fucking pathetic. That just means that you're a pretender. I don't think a lot of you ever considered actually going to Ukraine at any point. You know, aside from your little flags, I doubt you guys ever sent care packages. That's kind of how I am with a lot of these people. They're just not empty vessels or whatever you want to call it, but they're just not anything that they say they are. Oh, I guess I'll listen to music on the way back. Okay, good. I brought my wallet at least. Yeah, like the sales tax here is ridiculous. I think the thing with California is like they have the highest sales tax out of like most states. The income tax is egregious as well. And a lot of this stuff, it gets developed by private industry. Like, but then they have to pay the government a shit ton of money for permitting and everything else too. And that's where they make their money. Like, everything has become a circle jerk of trying to rip people off. And then then the contractors have to charge more to fucking do the job that they would normally not have to pay, because they are paying the taxes. And either that's gonna fucking drive down wages, so that they don't have to pay their workers more or whatever else. And this endless printing of money too is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, there's not a lot of talk of tightening our belts. Oh, wow, this is kind of narrow. And, I mean, I don't know. I guess I was just raised by my grandparents, and, like, with my grandma talking to me all the time about, like, the Great Depression and everything else. It's kind of weird. Like, she worked at a bullet factory in college. It was kind of like, there was this kind of notion that everyone's going to do their part. And that's what made us all Americans, I think. I think we lost that a long fucking time ago. Even like as soon as Vietnam, like, you know what I mean? Like, we opposed that war. And I think that's because we never understood the dangers of communism, and we never really wanted to fight it through and through, tooth and nail, because half our goddamn country has become communist and socialist. And it was, it's been happening for decades. It kind of seems to be the natural way of things when it's perceived that we all have plenty. And my whole thing is, from a principled standpoint, why are we fucking penalizing success in this country? The more success you have, the more money you make, the more not only do you pay more in taxes because of the nature of making more money and you're paying a percentage on that, but your percentage of what you're paying is actually going up. Now, since when was that ever fair? Just from a principled standpoint. Nobody ever fucking gets that. And it's like, you're force-feeding this narrative that like, oh, like your wealth came from this country and the people and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, that depends. Like, some people create a household name that like literally sells around the world. And a lot of people, they struggled on their own for a long time before they ever got anywhere. And they had to take out a lot of loans and work another job on the side and pay the shit off themselves. And nobody wanted to help and nobody wanted to work. You know what I mean? So they did it all themselves. And I think that those people should get paid pretty well for that kind of shit. And, you know, we also have choices in this world. Like, if you don't want to work for somebody because they don't pay you enough, then you don't work for them. You know, that's how I've been. I don't care if it's your friend or not. Like, you don't... no one's going to take care of you but you, right? Like, this motherfucker's going to be sitting here fucking buying another fucking $60,000 or $70,000 SUV just to get in a lower tax bracket and throwing you fucking crumbs. And I'm just not like that. That's how I was with fighting too. It's like, I'm the one that gets in the cage. I should make the most fucking goddamn money. So it's like, it's all well that I'm gonna give my fucking manager a little percentage, but I wouldn't fucking want to give them much more than 10%, really. Especially if I ever make any real goddamn money, then that gets ridiculous. 30% of like barely anything, and then all of a sudden 30% of everything. I don't think so. And then they, you know, the way they have it structured too, they want people to fucking pay their trainers all the fucking time. Every, like, you know, $50-$60 an hour to fucking hold mitts. And then they'll go hold a class for fucking some Joe Schmo who's paying $100 a month, and they'll hold the mitts for that guy for fucking however long. You know, people milk who they can. That's one thing I've realized with the fight game too, is like, with fighters, like, sometimes the fighters that don't make the best coaches in the end. I don't know if I would make the best coach. I don't have a whole ton of patience for idiots and people who fucking take forever or don't take anything seriously or don't want to fucking learn and talk back and do stupid shit and practice and fuck off and hurt people all the time. Like, I've had people like that where you have to like go with them, like switch them out and go kind of fucking bully their ass for a little bit because they're fucking trying to bully one of the smaller students or some shit. Like, I've, you know, having to deal with all that kind of crap. That's the thing with being a coach. You have to deal with all these different personalities. So, but as I've gotten older, I think that's what I'm probably moving closer to now. And those things will need to train, stock up, and kind of be more well-rounded human beings. Like, this whole thing with Hassan Piker and Asmongold, I kind of find stupid and monotonous to a certain extent because of the fact that they're both kind of losers. They both kind of just sit in front of a fucking computer. And, you know, for the most part, that's all they do. I mean, like, so what if fucking what's-his-nuts gets up in the morning and works out for a little while? If you don't know how to fight or your muscles serve no function, I don't really understand, like, the point of any of it. If it's not for functional strength and if it's not for whatever, it's just for show. Those people just kind of make you want to scratch your head. Because, like, how is this person such a fucking pussy but wants to preach about manhood or being an alpha? And that's the problem with fucking Asmongold, too. They're both betas in their own way. I don't even know why I'm talking about these two little squirts anyways. But just drama. And there ain't a whole lot going on. There is a lot going on, but nothing going on here. I think that's another thing about that movie Fight Club. We talked about having our Great Depression as our lives. We have no Great Depression. All right, have a good one.